last couple of days we've been at the Utah Motorsports Campus, formerly Miller Motorsport Park. Wonderful facility, one of the most picturesque circuits that you'll ever ride. But yeah, the last couple of days we've been riding these four bad boys, the Yamaha YZF-R3, the R6, the R1 and the R1M. Now just going to go through a little bit of what makes each bike here special. They are pretty awesome little bikes. Now starting with the R3, 321cc parallel twin, 5,000 bucks. That thing costs 5 G's. Not a bad bike, man. And they really do make you feel like a superstar. They do. And particularly when you're battling with your friends too. Like last couple of days, and myself and my buddy Troy and Adam and all those guys, we were all just having so much fun, having our own little R3 Cup, because the lack of horsepower and mild brakes, shall we say, certainly not Brembo monoblock stoppers or anything like that. They demand a certain sort of level of respect, but at the same time you can really punish them as well. You can really get into them. Now, one of the secret weapons that we had when we were riding these bikes is we had these things, the new Bridgestone R11 DOT race tyres, which just transforms everything that they go on, I think. I mean, they're just fantastic tyres. But yeah, for 5 grand, parallel twin, 321cc bike, fabulous little thing. So yeah, imagine rocking up to school on that thing when you're 16 years old. But anyway, moving over to the R6. Now, the R6 is the kind of bike that will challenge you, but won't scare you too much. Like it's one of those bikes that is so well sorted now. It's been around, the R6 has been around since 1999, don't forget. So there's so much research and so much development, all the stuff that makes a good bike better has gone into this bike. Now this R6 was bought out a new iteration last year, which we tested. But yeah, a fantastic bike. It's conventional, it's not like electronic suspension or anything like that. You have a quick shifter as well with this new bike, and you also get new brakes as well. We're talking about 2017 bike. But in terms of just a bike that makes you feel like a hero, man, R6 all day. You can just smash around that thing. And again, tires. Tires are a big factor through all these bikes, because we were riding these Bridgestones and they're a fantastic tire. But the thing with the R6 is that it's not got power that's going to really scare you, but you'll still be hauling when you get into turn 1 on the West track here at Utah Motorsports Campus. And it's the great thing I love about supersport bikes in general is just how easily you can change direction on, how fluid and how communicative they are to the rider. Like, they really urge you to keep going. And when you're riding a super bike, it's kind of like being in a heavyweight boxing match. So you want to make sure that you're on top of things. But this one really talks to you, and it's your buddy, and you want to keep going. But moving on to the YZF-R1. Now, 2015 was a watershed year for the R1. That was the bike that just blew everyone to pieces. 3 years later, it's still a fantastic bike. It's still an excellent bike, not a fantastic bike. It's still one of the best ones out there. For this year, you get new auto blip on the downshift as well. You get new wheelie control algorithms, I guess you would say. And that also goes on to the new YZF R1M. That cross-plane crank engine is just, it's a marvel of engineering. It sounds so damn good. It's really tractable. The throttle response is really, really good too. I mean, cross-plane crank engine. So if you ever ridden a first generation MT-09, for example, you're like, oh, it's not good. Not like that on the R1. Corners like nobody's business, brakes really well. It's got everything, the R1, and it has always had everything. That's been Yamaha's flagship bike forever until the silver one came on. Now in 2015, when we got that new R1, we also got a new R1M, and the R1M is the granddaddy of them all. So for the big thing, this is actually the most altered for this year out of all these bikes. New Olon Smart EC2 system, which one other bike I can think of, which will remain nameless, that also has that system. You have obviously the auto blipper on the downshift, which makes a huge, huge difference. You also get the wheelie mode, the more progressive wheelie mode, rather than big cut as what the old bike used to have, which could be a bit of a pain, especially when you're trying to set a lap time. But I mean, you look at it, it's carbon fiber, it just looks fast standing still, and that gorgeous silver paint and everything. I mean, the stylists for Yamaha did a cracking job with that, and the whole thing's accessed by this beautiful dash that's really communicative, and you know exactly what's going on. Look, it's a sensational motorcycle, as are all these bikes, and you know I'm not just saying that. Like, they are really, really good bikes, and look, the R1s, the R6s, the R3s, you know, they've been killing it for years, and they're still doing it. So look, you know, Yamaha's still on top of it, still great bikes.